Hello everyone, this is Cressel Snapdragon with Conan Exiles. This game was just released in May. So far the reviews have been a little bit mixed, so I'm a little bit nervous about playing this game as it is right now, having also bought the game. However, I did get this game on sale, so that makes it just a little bit better. However, so far what I see, the graphics are absolutely beautiful. Haven't really had any issues just yet, and so that kind of instills some hope in me that this game is going to be pretty fun once we get into it. But of course we have to start with character creation. I'm going to make a female, and let's go ahead. It looks like they have a good number of races to choose from, and so let's go ahead and let's read the profiles for each of the races, starting with Hyborian. So Hyborians encompass those descendants of the barbaric worshippers of Bori who swept from the north a millennia ago and destroyed the ancient empire of Acheron. The original Hyborians were tawny-haired and gray-eyed, but intermingling with other races has diversified their appearance. Cimmerians, they're barbaric and warlike. The Cimmerians are the descendants of the ancient Atlanteans. They fight on foot mainly and make savage raids on their neighbors to the east, north, and the south. Stygian is, I'm going to assume how you pronounce this word. Stygians are ruled by King Tesphon, but it is no secret that the priests of the set are the true power in the land. Only the Black Ring, a cabal of sorcerers led by Thoth Amon, rivals the priests in power and influence. Ooh, that hair looks awesome. Tribal Hymelian, I'm going to assume is how you pronounce that. Tribal Hymelian, wedged between the Turanians to the north and the Vendeans to the south. Hymelians have developed a fierce survivalist society. They are fiercely loyal to one another and quick to turn against their multitude of enemies. These words. Hyrcanian. Hyrcanian. Dark and slender, the Hyrcanians are the descendants of the Lemurians who roamed westward after escaping their slavery in the east by the Kari. The most famous Hyrcanian tribe are the Turanians, who have carved themselves an empire on the shores of the Vilayet Sea. I really want to pronounce that as chitin, but that doesn't really make sense to me, but you know what, maybe it's correct. Chitin are known to be mysterious and secretive, which increases their reputation as powerful sorcerers. Kushite. Very little is known of the Black Kingdoms, but merchants and adventurers report back with tales of both savage tribes and great civilizations thriving among the vast landscape. Nordheimer, I'm assuming is how that's pronounced. I like the hair. The yellow-haired Asir and the red-haired Vanir are the pale-skinned, blue-eyed race who rule the kingdoms north of Cimmeria. Known for being wayward and fierce, they use their powerful builds and brute strength to overwhelm their enemies in battle. Okay, I'm going to assume it's Pict or Piked. Pict is probably the correct pronunciation, but the tribes of Pictland are continually at war with each other, their neighbors, and anybody who is unfortunate to wander into their territory. The life of the average Pict is one of constant, unrelenting horror, as dark gods and bloody wars threaten to snatch away life and soul at every turn. The Shemites, our nomadic Shemites, are notorious for their skill with bows and their duplicity as traders. The pastoral peoples are considered calmer and more civilized, with highly skilled artisans such as the smiths of the Arcbatana. Darfari. Barbaric to the core, Darfari are savage bandits and murderers that form loose bands in order to bring sacrifices to the altar of their god Yog. They file their teeth to points and use mud and twigs to style their black hair into horns, giving them a demonic appearance. Wow, that seems a little weird, but okay. Vendayan, referred to as the Golden Kingdom. Vendaya has a caste of rulers who are considered close to divinity. In particular, the sister of the king, Devi Yasmina, is well known for her unearthly beauty. Zamorian are reputed to be the best thieves in the world, and cities such as Shadizar the Wicked and the City of Thieves reinforce the reputation of this despotic state. Zingaran noblemen are renowned for their chivalry and swordplay, while Zingaran sailors are cursed in seaports around the civilized world as coarse brutes. You know what? I kind of want to see what the head options are for when it comes to Darfari. let's move on to religion here. We're going to assume Defari is what we'll start with. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different religions to choose from. Let's see. So starting with the first one, specialization is healing light. Avatar is a bronze statue. Mitra is the chief god of the Hyborians, a stern yet benevolent god who requires no living sacrifices. Mitra worshippers are expected to lead a virtuous life and follow the principles of truthfulness, honor, and trustworthiness, while abstaining from sorcery and mind-altering substances. Players who chose Mitra wish to represent truth and virtue in the world, while crushing those who dare to worship other gods. Mitra worshippers summon a giant statue as their avatar. Ooh, the serpent? That might be a good one for me. I am a herpetologist. Set the Old Serpent is the god of the Stygians. The Set worship originated with the serpent people who were driven from the world by King Cool of Valusia, but he rose once again among the ancient races of the south. Players who wish to partake in the ritual sacrifice of hearts to learn the secrets of snakes and summon a giant serpent as their avatar should choose Set. Set is the archenemy of Mitra. Alright, specialization, flesh preparation, and cannibalism. And the avatar is a tentacled horror. Yogg, also known as the Lord of Empty Abodes, is a beastly god worshipped primarily by the cannibal tribes of Darfar, which I guess that's the religion we're going to have to choose from. Yogg offers strength in battle and victory over foes. In return, the devotees of Yogg are expected to engage in ritual cannibalism. Yogg worshippers can expect to gain strength and vitality by consuming the flesh of human foes, and his avatar takes the form of a blasphemous flying horror. Ice Cold. Mir is the lord of war and storms. Frost giants are said to be the male children of Mir, and his singular daughter, Atali, is said to haunt the battlefields of men, luring them to their death in the frozen wastes of the north. According to the Nordheimers, when a warrior falls in battle, they go to Valhalla, the great feasting hall of Ymir, to feast and fight forever. When invoked, Ymir takes the form of a frost giant, wielding an enormous axe and leaving a trail of frost in his wake. That one sounds cool. Fertility and death, two-faced goddess. The dual nature of Derketo encourages her worshippers to walk the knife blade between lust and death. Her northern cult worshipped in Shem and Stygia is worshipped via elaborate orgies that include bestiality and necrophilia. Wow. Her southern cult worshipped in the Black Kingdoms is focused primarily on sacrifice and death. Those who call upon her will see that her dual nature is built into her very form. Specialization none, avatar none. Crom gives a man courage at birth and the will and might to kill his enemies. It is useless to call upon him, as he is a gloomy savage god who hates weaklings. He is more likely to send forth dooms and death from his great mountain. He offers no advantage or avatar to call upon. Let's see if we can do that one. A frost giant sounds cool.
Death is coming.
Cut me down.
Cut me down.
The gods are watching.
Stoic. Let's see. Okay. Lots of skin options. Let's go through. Oh, we actually have face options too. Let's see. Don't really. The eyes are changing, I guess. Oh, that hair is kind of cool. Looks like it came right out of Viking. Has this got a little braid out the back? Yep. I do like the hairstyles. They really seem to fit the context of the game, I think. That one would be nice. Or even like this one has a braid. Make her. And give her black hair. Okay, great. We can fix the eyebrows. Because I was having some issues with those eyebrows. Jeez, to look weathered. Lips. Kind of like the line down the middle. Ooh, and we get details. All right. Shortens the chin. That's scale. Height. That'll bring it down. Thickness. Years. I can't even see them. No point. Is this supposed to be? Oh, I guess that is the irises. Okay. Body features. Physique. Maximum nudity on this server. No. We can give her a V, but probably don't want full on abs. Alright. I like her. She looks weathered. Let's do this. Here hangs Cressel's Snapdragon, the Dafari, condemned to death and exiled for crimes including punching a camel, corrupting the youth, and lecherous behavior. Any who remove this body, living or dead, from the cross will be flayed alive, along with all members of their family.